My first fall was fall of '99, so that would have been spring of 2000. I coached 2 seasons with Doc Fast for the JV team. And then in the spring of 2002 was my first season coaching with the varsity. And I was an assistant coach for 2002, 2003, 2004. Then I became the head coach in 2005 until Coach Sullivan took over. And I forget what year that was. That might have been 2010 or 11.
Funny enough, it was always a second sport for me. I remember I had a failed attempt at baseball in middle school, and then I remember my middle school football coach like charging through the locker room with a long stick saying lacrosse is football with a weapon, trying to round up kids that wanted to play. So I played football and lacrosse through high school, and then I got to college. I played both sports my freshman year, loved them both. It was a ton of fun. And then after my sophomore year of football, I got moved from linebacker to offensive line. So my lacrosse career ended. Went and worked at an investment bank for 2 years, and then got a teaching and coaching job at a school in Connecticut that had a lacrosse program that hadn't won a game in a number of years. And I was kind of gifted a head coaching job, not knowing what I was doing, but I was given kind of free reign to figure it out as I went. So I was there for 4 years. 500 our first year, and then we made the New England playoffs the next three. It was just really fun to build a program there. And then when I got to Belmont Hill, actually I assisted Mr. Butler for the 2009 season. And then after that season, we sat down and we talked. I took over as the head coach starting with the 2010 season at Belmont Hill, and I've been doing it ever since here. And it's been awesome to be honest to work with Mr. Butler as well, especially during his time as a head football coach here. It's been great to be around those middle school players more, especially because we're a school, and I learned this from Coach Butler and all the other great coaches that have been here, is you build your teams from the middle school up. And so being around those boys and getting to know them and then trying to get out to practice when I can, I think it's been really helpful. I haven't had any of those middle schoolers, make a huge impact yet. It's just my second year, but, having three freshmen, for example, on the team this year, but then also being the director of the middle school, I think it's a fun role for me to have. And then also for those three guys to see me kind of in both worlds as Coach Sullivan and also Mr. Sullivan on this end of campus. Yeah. They're, the three of them are natural born leaders. Between Preston, Lyndon, and Eli, it's clear they care about each other and that they've been friends for a long time, but then that emanates through the entire senior class. As we look at building the varsity team, for me, it's always about the senior class and trying to create the best environment for them and the best situation for them. Just because, personally for me, knowing how important my senior year of athletics was to me, whether it was college or high school, the pressure I have is to create that for them. Yeah. Every class we have, every team that we have, for me, it's all about the seniors. And, obviously you want to end every season, the right way for those seniors, but it's all about those guys every minute of every day and, setting them off in the best possible way.
Started looking at private schools, and then I eventually applied and decided between SEPS and Belmont Hill. And I chose Belmont Hill because, it's a beautiful campus and they prioritize academics, where I felt SEPS didn't prioritize them as much. And then my lacrosse journey has been kind of weird because of COVID. We didn't even play 7th grade, and then 8th grade was split up between we had online school every Wednesday, so we didn't have a real season until my freshman year. And then my freshman year was like a whirlwind. We was a really good team, but the program, I believe, is a lot different than it is now. I think that everything, including the plays on the team, was very concrete. We did everything the same every day. But as the years progressed, I feel like the coaches have done a good job varying the drills and making sure that we focus on different things every week. I think that's why we had so much success last year, because we just started changing things up. I think bringing in new guys like Coach Hargrove and Pascal last year and Declan this year and Unic has been really helpful to kind of get the whole, I don't know, team calibrated, running?
My other school ended in 6th grade, and I was playing a bunch of sports at the time. I played soccer, I played basketball, and lacrosse, but definitely loved lacrosse the most. And I don't know, just checking out new schools, it was definitely looking towards ISL, and I was applying for 7th grade. So I applied to a bunch of schools around the ISL, and definitely wanted to go to a school that definitely had good sports and were competitive. Most of them, that was very important to me. I remember Belmont Hill was definitely my first choice. I wouldn't really mind the all boys. I honestly thought it was better for me. I came from a co-ed school, so it wasn't like I wasn't going to go to all boys school my whole life. But yeah, I kind of fell in love with the place. I applied, I got in, and then that spring, the spring after I got in, I came to a Belmont Hill lacrosse game for Sebs, and it was just like any other game for Sebs. A lot of people, a lot of fans, a lot of high emotion during the game. It was a great game. Belmont Hill ended up losing, I think 9-7, but I don't know, just the place, the environment, the team, just watching it from afar as a 6th grader was kind of just special to me.
I only applied to Belmont Hill, Thayer, and Sebs. I got into Thayer, Belmont Hill, so obviously that was a pretty easy choice for me to pick Belmont Hill. I didn't really know anyone here. I kind of only knew Preston and Sam Caulfield left, so I really only knew a couple guys. So I was pretty nervous coming in, but I think 8th grade COVID year, it was pretty hard to find a group of guys, but I fit in with most of the people here. And then freshman year came, and tried out for the team. I didn't really have expectations. Obviously I wanted to make it, and then me, Eli, Preston, we all made it. It was an awesome year, and it's been awesome ever since that. Losing in the playoffs the first 2 years, I think that Eli and Preston and some of the other guys from that sophomore year team, we learned a lot. I think some of that was a function of two things. We had a big core of returners coming back, but we did have some guys that were out there seeing their first minutes as starters on the varsity lacrosse team. So that definitely takes a little getting used to on their end. I also think that the schedule, the way it worked, where traditionally we have an entire week, that second week of spring break, where we practice twice a day, meet in between. We just didn't have that real week of like a training camp this year. It was one of those, we did have 2 weeks before break. We came back, and guys were kind of all over the place that first week. We practiced Monday morning, scrimmaged that afternoon, and then we're playing Wednesday and Friday. And you go back and look at some of those games, and those are, I don't want to take anything away from either of those two teams that we played. Deerfield and Choate have excellent programs. They deserve to win those games. I think we made some mistakes in those games that looked like mistakes you would see in preseason scrimmages. So, you learn a lot about yourself going through those early preseason scrimmages, which we didn't necessarily have. So I think, we took some of the mistakes we made in those losses, learned from them, and have just tried to develop since then.
Yeah, well, I think we were ready. And part of that, it's always when things don't go right, it's on the head coach. That was on me. We were not ready to play Deerfield. We weren't ready to play Choate. We were still kind of in preseason mode. We'd worked hard. We'd done our best. But, in terms of setting the team, we played Deerfield on day 3, and we played Choate on day 5. And when you play nationally ranked teams, look, we were competitive in both games. I think 14-10 and then 10-7. But we weren't ready. We weren't crisp. And it was I knew we were going to turn things around when you get back late on a Friday night from a trip to Choate where you lose, and everyone was here at 9 a.m. ready to practice on Saturday morning. And since then, we've just done that. Show up, get to work, no excuses. And I think for the team, it took a lot of pressure off. Just like in 2024 when we had a lead against IMG, and then we lost in the last couple of minutes of the game, but it takes the pressure off a little bit. And I'm the most competitive person I think around, but you learn a lot when you lose. You learn a lot about what you need to work on, what you need to get better at, and when you win, it's easy because you kind of overlook all those parts. But those were good losses. They exposed where we needed to be exposed. They exposed some bad ideas that I had as well, of like, okay, maybe we can play this way. And when we go into it and the coach is going to trying to craft what the team's going to look like for an identity, we have to figure out what works. We might have certain ideas because they're ideas that we've liked, and they might not fit our personnel. And with that, we try to be players, coaches. I want the boys to play in a system that's comfortable. And that's what we're trying to figure out. And I feel pretty good with where we are right now at this point in the season. And, those 2 losses, they were worth like 8 weeks of practice in terms of how quickly we had to accelerate with what needed to change or what needed to evolve.
Hey, no middle!
That was.
Lens in your bag.
Oh, good.
But the one I used for.
Oh, flannel?
Edward! Edward, cross! No! Drew! Drew! Left check!
Yeah, Charlie! Way to go, Chuck!
Team it right! Right, Trey, use the clock!
Kill this.
How about that? How about that hit?
Once you're even, Blue, it'll be a different game. Here we go, Blue.
Yes!
Go behind. Come on, Cal, come on.
Hey, go.
Yes. Oh.
Sony battery. He's really nice.
Let's go, baby!
My head is fucking throbbing. Need a break.
Who's my two? Go, bang!
I think what happened in Concord is, we were coming off playing St. Sebastian's. We'd lost Preston Evans. We'd had a quick turnaround, and we were in this space of, beat your biggest rival, lose your best offensive player, and just trying to figure things out. And I think we were, it was a good day to have a bad loss versus having it be a bad day to have a bad loss. And we learned a lot from it too, as well. So it wasn't a loss that we just wasted. So we have the same player in the same spot performing at such a high level for 4 years. As a coach, as a team, and a program, there's a sense of familiarity around it, and there's never a thought of, he won't be out there, while he's still here. So there was an initial shock, I think, to the system, a scramble on the coaching staff's part to figure out, okay, how do we replace him in this moment? We couldn't. We realized that pretty quickly. But he's one of the 3 captains, all 3 tremendous leaders, and all 3 would have done anything they could possible to help the team win. And when he couldn't be out there physically, he took all that energy, all that expertise, and poured it into the offense mentally. Obviously a great supporter, but also just his ability to help players see the game. John Lynch joked, and I did too, it would be great if we gave Preston a headset and John an earpiece, and Preston could talk to him during the game to tell him what to do. But Preston, as Preston has done, found a way to help the team win. It was incredibly, unfortunate that, he got hurt. It was sad. It was devastating for me as a coach. It was emotional, I think, for the team. But there was also a sense of, without us having to say it, like, let's play hard for him too at the same time. And it wasn't like we were going to kind of tuck our tails and just stop playing. In a way, like, everybody added more to make up to him not being out there. And then the playoffs, it changes everything, because you can't think about winning 3 games. You can't talk about winning 3 games. You can't talk about playing on Sunday.
Nothing. Let's go now. Yeah. Come on.
Last second save, buddy.
Yes, Rainbow! Shoot it! Go Trey! Go Trey! Trey Muha!
And Tom Brady came out.
We started by talking about Monday. What's everything we're going to do on Monday. And then to Tuesday, and then we started to get ready for Thayer. Monday was focused on Belmont Hill. Tuesday was all about getting ready to play Thayer. And then when that game started, I just had a good feeling about it. I thought we matched up pretty well. We came out, we were able to stretch the lead. Everybody got in, which is just great to do. It sounds silly when you think about that, but as I think about the playoffs, I always want to get everybody in if we can. So it was awesome to have that moment. That night, it was talking to the coaches. We knew we were going to play Rivers, and we just started the film process, the scout process to get ready for them. We hadn't seen them all season. Even though we hadn't played Thayer, I just felt there was a sense of familiarity with their personnel, their coaching staff. And Rivers was, all we could get was what we could get from film. We knew they were fast. We knew they were good. They had just beat Nobles by basically the same score we had. And we knew going into the game, they wanted to play fast. They wanted to play chaos.
Come on, Trey! Good defense, Trey. Gotta cover 6.
And it was just great to get out of there with a win always, right? And know we'd be playing on Sunday. The mystery on Sunday was we didn't know when our game ended Saturday who our opponent was. We knew Sebs was playing Tabor, and we knew we were going to play either one. And they were playing later in the day, so the coaches, the players decided, all right, let's just tuck this whole lacrosse thing away for a couple hours. Once we know who we're playing, we'll get to work on that. And I remember being at my son's soccer game over in Arlington, and instead of watching him play on my phone, I'm squinting and watching the end of the Sebs Tabor game. Well, obviously care about my son, but I want to get as much of a head start on getting ready for Sunday as possible. As soon as Tabor won, the coaches started texting. We started getting ready. We said, okay, we got to do X, Y, Z between now and let's have a coaches Zoom at 8:30 and put everything together. We felt pretty good about it. We met as a team on Sunday to stick to routine where we went over the Rivers game, kind of prepped for Tabor. We had a funny moment where we were talking about, all right, we want to make this one adjustment on their, when they clear it to help us out. And I asked the kids, all right, what do you want to do? What do you want to name it? So we know, so we're not scrambling. And I think Preston yelled out, let's just call it cheese. And the whole meeting room just laughed. It was pretty funny. In that moment, I'm like, all right, we're in pretty good shape here. The kids are loose. A lot of these guys have been here before. They knew what it was going to take.
Play with them. Match feet, Char.
The atmosphere here at Belmont Hill on Sunday, I've been around 17 seasons, and that's up there with one of the biggest crowds I've ever seen on a beautiful day. And we knew it would be a battle, and we knew we were up for it. We went up 3-0. A little glimmer of thought said, all right, we're going to run away with this one. It'll be like last year all over again, and it'll be a big fun day on the field. That was not the case. And I don't know, that was a fleeting thought. But we kept the lead. It was tied. We kept the lead. And then all of a sudden, we're down 1 with 3 minutes to go. And I looked around, the Jordan Athletic Center. I spotted my kids were there. And I was like, there's a lot of people here. I kind of went offline from the game and the stoppage of play. I'm like, there's a lot of people here to root the team on. And I love Belmont Hill. And it'd be really bad if we lost. I was like thinking about like, what would that look like? There were people lining the stairs of the Jordan, everywhere. And I was like, it'd be really bad if we lost. It was, then kind of like whistle blew. I was back in it, focused on what was important, what I could control. And then Lynchy scored, put us in overtime, and just feel all the momentum swing our way, right? We got to stop on the defensive end. Stoney threw a clear. We've said never to throw to Will Butler. Ball goes over. We get a timeout. We get kind of a situation we want, a play we want to end the game there in regulation. Their guy made a great play, but you could just feel all the momentum kind of in our hands. Get to overtime. I grabbed Eli and I said, Eli, win the faceoff, we win the game. Not much coaching, but that's what we did. And he won the faceoff. We get the ball down at our end. And we let the boys play for a little bit, called a timeout, had a set play, it didn't work. And then a call that hasn't been made all year by the officials swung the ball back our way. The goalie went in and out with the ball from the crease, which did happen. It was unfortunate timing for Tabor, but we got the ball back. And so now we've had the ball down there for about 2.5 minutes already of a 4-minute overtime. We were wearing their defense down. And then Dylan went down the side, swung around and threw it to Linden, and literally everything just went like slow motion and black. The ball just kind of trickled in as it needed to, but it was just awesome. And all of a sudden, gloves are flying everywhere, helmets. In a way, it was climatic and anticlimactic at the same time, because you're in this moment of, are we going to win? It's tied to, geez, we just won. Like everything just it was like a flood of everything.
Fucking go, baby! Fucking go! On your fucking side!
Let's go! Come on! Come on! Bring it up! Let's go!
Yeah! Come on, Trey!
I'm so tired.
Hey, one more! Who are the captains? No. Captains! One! Let's go!
No, don't hit Paco.
Don't hit Paco. Let's fucking go! Yeah!
Super proud of the team. Obviously, for the seniors and the captains, when you get to end your high school athletic experience, not only with the championship, not only at home, but with an overtime goal, that's just like a Disney World ending of like, what a way to finish off and like exclamation point, an amazing tenure at Belmont Hill. I think there's something special about Belmont Hill. I know there's something special about Belmont Hill. And then within that, I held the lacrosse program near and dear. Obviously the coaches, we never say we're going to work. it's fun here, right? We get to go to Belmont Hill, we get to coach. It's a unique adult relationship where we're mission aligned, but at the same time, we're working hard and we're all friends, right? We enjoy what we're doing. Like, there's a lot of laughter. We're always texting, we're always talking about stuff outside of lacrosse as well. There's a good sense of humor to it, where we take ourselves really seriously. We're competitive, we want to win, but also, it's human, it's family at the same time. And my hope is that's trickling down to the players. And as I think about a team, I've loved all the teams I've coached. They're all special, but in terms of, check the box, did the team get better from day one to the last day? Yes. Was the team as close as possible at the end of the year? Yes. And finally, did we win a championship? Yes. It's hard to do all three. And this team did it. And every year the bar gets higher and the standard gets raised, and that's what this team did. I really appreciated it.